Hey, how's it going? Rob Weeks here. I'm going to be telling you how to free your mind for success. Now, this isn't just a magic pill, and it's going to take a bit of work. It's going to be pretty uncomfortable, and let me tell you why. It involves forgiveness. Now, a lot of people might have done a lot of messed up stuff to you in the past, and maybe they don't deserve to be forgiven, but that's not the point. If you really want to free your mind for success, you're going to have to let it go. You're going to have to be the bigger person, and it's not about having a big ego and thinking you're better just for forgiving. It's about letting it go. It's a chain that's holding you down, and really the best way to win is to get over it. So wouldn't you rather let that thing that's holding you back, wouldn't you rather just throw it off? You'll be lighter, you'll be more clear and focused, and when you're releasing all this negativity, you're really completely unrestrained. You can totally focus your mind on whatever it is you're doing to be successful. So this is how you're going to do it. Alright, it helps if you run first, do a little jog in the morning if possible. It's easier on the weekend perhaps, so try to do this on the weekend, but you can do this at any time. You don't have to do this preparation first. If you've got a few minutes, just do it. But let's just talk about a good way to prepare. Just do a quick run, maybe 20 minutes, maybe just jog down the street and come back. That gets your endorphins going, your blood rate, your health, your heart, your health. It's really good for you anyway, but it'll put you in a different state. Your mind will be in a different state. You'll have all that energy built up. And it's kind of like a legal hallucinogen. So you can use this to your advantage in a totally legal and healthy way. So definitely a good run is a great way to get started. Now when you come in, sit down, first close all the windows, make sure there's no distractions. If you have a cat, you might want to put it in the other room or something if it's going to bug you. So close the windows, turn the TV off, free yourself from distractions, and of course it helps to do this when no one else is home. So sit down, relax, close your eyes, and just start off with some breathing. So you can think of it like a square. You're going to breathe in for 5 seconds, 3, 4, 5, hold it for 5 seconds, 3, 4, 5, breathe out for 5 seconds, 4, 5, and then hold it, 4, 5. And you can continue this 5 times in this square, so you're breathing in and out, and each time you breathe, you inhale more oxygen. So every time you breathe in, your lungs are expanding, and they will be able to take in more oxygen with each breath afterwards. So by the 5th breath, you should have a good gulp of air, and when you breathe out, you'll be really relaxed, especially after the morning jog. So now you really try to just completely relax, close your eyes, let go of everything, and just think about nothing. It helps if you're very comfortable sitting Indian style perhaps, or maybe whatever works for you if you just prefer sitting on a chair or on the floor. A lot of people sit on the floor. So just relax, clear your mind, and just let it kind of drift a little bit. Try not to think about anything in particular. Now, if there is something that's troubled you and you want to hone in on it, I highly recommend it. Just go to that one event that really made you mad, that really hurt you when someone really mistreated you, and just kind of relive the whole thing. So in your mind, put yourself into that place and just go in order. Let the sequence of events take shape in your mind, and just feel it. Feel what you felt in the moment. All those emotions, just let them come to you. You might have been burying this for a while. Let it come back, and it might hurt a lot. That's okay. Let it come back. Dig up all the crap. Just dig it up, go through the whole sequence, and feel everything associated with it. Now, what you're going to do is, after you've gone through this for a minute or so, a couple minutes, now you're going to go through the whole sequence of events again, only this time you're going to forgive at each step along the way. Now, maybe it's just you're thinking of someone just hit you in the face and then they took off. So that's going to be a shorter session. Now, if it was a prolonged event where a bunch of negativity took place, now this is where you're going to step through it one at a time. And this is the hard part. And you might need to do a little bit of extra work on the side to be able to come to this place where you can actually forgive the person or the people or whatever happened, whatever they did to you. You really have to let it go. And it helps to just smile and think about them in a positive light. They're not perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. No one is. Wow, newsflash. But just think of them in a positive light. Think about their good qualities. Think about what makes them a good human being. When you think about it, we are all infinitely valuable. If we have a soul and we're going to live forever in the afterlife, how much value can be placed on an individual? Priceless. C.S. Lewis. So just think about them in a positive light. Smile. Think of the good times you had with them. And see them for their flaws. They're a flawed individual. They're not perfect. They make mistakes too, just like anyone. And just go through that. Go through the whole sequence of events, forgiving them each step of the way. And it might take you a little bit of time on each one if there's several events that took place. Spend as much time as you need. Forgive them, smile, smile, forgive. And then just let it circle around and just picture that person that hurt you. And just smile and think of them, think of the great times you had with them, think about what a great person they really are on the inside, even if they're in a place of negativity, even if they've been brought up bad. You don't really know why they did that to you. They're not perfect, of course, I keep telling you this, but you need to understand it's not your place to judge people, and when you really let these things go, you just open up the road to success in whatever you want to do. So forgive them. Now, extra credit when you're picturing their face and smiling and you say, I forgive you, I forgive them, I forgive so-and-so, insert their name there. Extra credit, say you love them. Say that a few times. And if it doesn't have to be totally true, like you love them like a brother, because there's a good chance you don't. But if you can just say it a few times, you know you're good. You know you're ready to let it go. So let it go, and that's a really great way to free yourself from that one event that hurt you. So that's like a chain, you threw it off. You don't need it anymore. And if you ever run into them again, maybe you won't lend them money, but you're not going to just feel all this anger and hatred because you would have already let it go. So it's neutral, essentially. And another technique you can do is you can do a broader sense where you're not honing down on one event, but you do the same thing. You run, you close all the windows, sit down, breathe, relax, and just let your mind wander. Now you can just go to anywhere. Let your mind just follow its own course naturally. And a lot of times you'll find an event that really troubled you, and now you'll have another thing that you know you can work on. So this is a good way to kind of take a bird's eye view of your own psyche